Tuesday, from Salt Lake City, Utah, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Salt Lake City Pioneers taking on the Toronto Thunderbirds.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Salt Lake City Pioneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought
the numbers for him from a week ago. 21 carries, 73 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
The running back.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
He's got a first down and more past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Toronto.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now he'll escape to his right. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Pioneers 3, Thunderbirds nothing.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
1st down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 82 yards. Wide open receiver complete.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit. He made himself available on that one. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
It's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw.
5 yards to go.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Thunderbirds.
Now a handoff looking right. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Thunderbirds, nothing.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. About 3 yards there to the 27. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Good. Makes the score Pioneers 6. Thunderbirds nothing.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
27-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
By number 26. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And a Toronto.
Right back to him on first down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
To number 13. A gain of 12. First down, Thunderbirds.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Brings up second and 10.
They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down, Toronto.
Six nothing our score after one.
With the score, Pioneers 6, Thunderbirds nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 9-yard line.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
7 yards.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? They'll look to throw. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6.
Complete.
They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a fourth and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Thunderbirds 3.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Incomplete. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3.
Pioneers 9. Thunderbirds 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 30-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
It's a gain of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 3 yards. It's 2nd down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
To number 27.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First down and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Number 36.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are going to retake the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
One after here coming up. And that'll make this a 6-point game. That time a 6-play drive.
The score, Pioneers 16, Thunderbirds 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. The Condors seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. 31-28, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the Toronto first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down, Thunderbirds.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Contact. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. The extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards.
Pioneers, 16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
For number 86, incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
On now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Nifty move. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in the team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brings up third and inches.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
A loss of 5 yards. 3 and
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on third and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Taken down and sacked.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Big hold of the 30. Over the middle, it's complete. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
34-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Conversion is no good.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Thunderbirds.
To throw now on first down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
Holding offense. Come on, dog!
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Under pressure, and down he goes.
The quarterback sack.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The offense on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5. And
now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
27. Pioneers 22.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football. They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
At their own 27-yard.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup.
And to give this time to the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities. And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Down and throw.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
6 yards.
I don't know what you were seeing on that play, but it felt to me like I wasn't watching a football field. I was watching a boxing ring. Watching, but he was bobbing and weaving and trying to make sure he kept the play alive. Just didn't turn out well for him in the end, did it?
Impressive that he stayed in the pocket while avoiding those couple of would-be tacklers, but eventually goes down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And 10 at their own 22-yard.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
To be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they do get this across midfield of the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 5, 1:47 on the clock. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
36.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. They'll look to throw, and this is caught, and it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the home team here, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they suffer defeat for the first time as they drop to 2-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.